Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm overeating your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crust and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right. Spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Wow, it has been a crazy week. I mean, whenever I say crazy week, I've been so busy, been out of town, came back. I've been up since, oh my God, since about 2 o'clock in the morning. I have not had good internet connection, good stable internet connection, or I would have made a response much earlier. I have not been able to because, well, I've been out touching grass. I've been enjoying some of the most beautiful weather, vacation, nice, easy, relaxing, stepping away from all of the craziness. And you know that there's a lot of craziness because over the past several days, the craziness escalated and it escalated. And it got worse and worse. And yes, Jenny, Daddy is home. You have no idea how home I am right now. I am back and I am going, what would be the term? Nuts deep. I guess that would be the best way of putting it. And, you know, before I make this beautiful statement, I do have to apologize to some really good friends of mine. That would be Tug, Megan. They've been very helpful in navigating this craziness because it has been crazy. And let me explain something really quick. Okay. Back, oh geez, Louise, I want to say around the first part of January, I got some pretty nasty emails. And of course, as you know, there was an attempt at doxing me, and it was brutal and vicious. And I sat back, I reassessed my channel. I reassessed my letters. I reassessed everything that I was doing. And it was because, whenever you get these kind of attacks, you think, is it something that I did wrong? Is there something that I did towards people that was inappropriate? And I looked, I reviewed, I checked everything that I had just to make sure that what I was doing was still appropriate. And as I've said multiple times, my channel is satire, sarcasm, it's humor. And I just want to say, I removed videos. I removed those videos. I put them in an unlisted spot, so those videos couldn't be viewed by anybody. And let me just say, it took me a little bit of time over the past 4 days sitting down, and not at all shizzy. They're unstable. Well, I'll get you guys super chats and gifts here in a bit, but let me just put this up here so you guys understand. Before I restore the videos that Bruce Manskin demanded I remove, I do want to set the record straight, because over the past couple of weeks, I stepped back from the coverage these legal cases. First, to reassess my channel, my attitude, and second, because while they were stalled, there wasn't much to cover there. There was no significant developments, nothing that warranted, in my opinion, any new coverage. But last week, the cases did start moving again. New filings, new updates, new context, and naturally, I resumed covering the story. And that's when Bruce decided to escalate. Since before this, he had sent multiple emails, which I will show you tonight, threatening lawsuits if I didn't remove certain videos. He named titles, he set arbitrary deadlines, and accused me of defamation each time I asked him plainly and directly to identify any alleged false statements with timestamps. Each time he refused. His exact answer was, "I'll do that in my court complaint." That refusal speaks volumes. If this were truly about defamation, he would have been able to specify what was supposedly false. He didn't, because he couldn't. And let's address that elephant in the room. Bruce isn't just any random person on the internet. He is an attorney, or at least he calls himself one. And what he's done and continues to do is a direct violation of the ethics of an attorney that is supposed to uphold. Lawyers are bound by rules of professional conduct that forbid harassment, intimidation, and using the legal system as a blunt weapon to silence free speech, threatening baseless lawsuits to chill commentary. That's unethical. Coordinated smear campaigns through third parties to damage reputations. That's unethical. Coordinating and attempting to control a journalist or a commenter's coverage of public cases by way of fear and manipulation. That's absolutely unethical. And every email, every demand, every pressure tactic that he's written is a record of those violations. This isn't speculation, and I've seen this pattern play out over and over. I was warned ahead of time, don't remove those videos. You've done nothing wrong. He targets a critic, then pressures others to pile on, sending messages, making calls, spreading disinformation, anything to make a critic like myself feel cornered. He'll pretend it's about defending innocent people, but the only person actually benefiting from this is Bruce. He's weaponized sympathy, friendships, and even unrelated personal hardships as a smokescreen to run his own campaign of intimidation. He's tried to silence me, not just by coming directly at me, but by weaponizing other people to do it on his behalf. It became very clear very quickly that this was never about defamation. It was about control over what I could talk about, control over what stayed on my channel, and ultimately control over what you, the audience, were allowed to see. And once I complied temporarily and removed 2 videos while reviewing his claims in good faith, the goalposts immediately shifted. He came after a third video. Then he threatened to include even older videos if I didn't comply. I removed them temporarily and asked for timestamps again. It became clear that this would be a moving target by design. I was warned this would happen. Megan, Tug, had said that he would, and sure enough, he did. Before I removed these videos, I prepared for this. I created backups, uploaded them. If he continued, I assumed it would be only a matter of time before more demands came. Once you give in to someone like this, they don't stop. They just keep pushing until they're dictating your entire platform. That's exactly what Bruce was trying to do. Dictate what content I could and could not do, what existed here based on solely what made him uncomfortable. He wanted to create a narrative while working behind the scenes and would continue to demand more. Let's be clear, his emails didn't just threaten lawsuits. They were filed with long emotional rants about Jeremy Hales, Randall Shockett, unrelated personal hardships of others, none of which had anything to do with the actual content of my videos. He accused me of profiting from harming innocent people while ignoring the fact that it was his very own public filings, statements, and behavior that placed him under that scrutiny in the first place. He tried to frame himself as a victim of YouTube conspiracy, but at no point did he actually address the specific commentary in question because there was nothing to address. It was polyflop, created to incite people to dox, to harass, to raise money to fund him and other paid harassers as he ran behind the scenes in what appears to be a scheme to destroy YouTube channels. Here's the reality. Commentary on public figures, public cases, public records is protected under the First Amendment. That's exactly what my videos are. Documented facts, public information of my personal opinions. Defamation requires false statements of fact. There are none here. His failure to identify even one proves that this was never a legitimate legal issue. It was a pressure campaign designed to silence coverage he doesn't like. So tonight, every video he tried to erase is coming back online. I reviewed everything. I considered every word. There was no wrongdoing there. There was no wrongdoing now. And only his threats are just of intimidation. His tactics are manipulative. His attempts to silence me has only reinforced why my coverage, Tug's coverage, Jay Hibbs' coverage, Megan's coverage, anybody else is covering this, why it matters so much. If Bruce truly believes he has a case, it is his burden to take it to court and explain why he refused to provide specifics before sending empty ultimatums. He will not have a chance when he faces a jury in a lawsuit that he has been named in. No more will I be bullied into silence. I will not hand over control of my content, and I will not allow intimidation to decide what can and cannot be discussed on this platform. This isn't about Jeremy Hales. This isn't about anyone else's private life. This is about one man trying to shut down legitimate commentary because it doesn't suit his narrative. And for the record, you pushed it too far. When I restarted coverage last week after weeks of silence about the harassment while the cases were stalled, he immediately became unglued. Suddenly it was a demand after demand. Take down this video, then another, then another. Each time I asked him to point out a single false statement with a timestamp, and he refused and threatened lawsuits. And here's the thing, his heavy-handed tactics are starting to backfire. People are now paying attention. People who once kept quiet are beginning to talk. They're tired of the bullying. They're tired of the backroom whisper campaigns and the attempts to scare people into silence. And now some of those people are ready to show what's really been happening behind the scenes. The emails, the pressure, the manipulation, all of it. Bruce has built his entire persona on playing the victim while simultaneously trying to control everyone else's narrative. He claims he's defending the innocent, but the only person he's really trying to protect is himself. He calls public commentary harassment, yet has no problem launching into smear campaigns against anyone who dares to criticize him. He accuses others of profiting from chaos, yet every stunt he pulls seems designed to create exactly that. It's hypocrisy in full display, and let's not pretend these threats are sophisticated. They're sloppy. They're all bark, no bite. They're the emails of someone who wants power over his story he can't control anymore. He's tried to pressure me, pulling down videos, thinking I'd fold. I didn't. And now that his game is being exposed for what it really is, those cracks are starting to show. People are starting to turn, people who know more than what they've said. And when those voices come forward, it won't be just my commentary anymore. It will be his own actions laid bare. So here's the reality. Every video he tried to erase is coming back online tonight at 10 o'clock p.m. Bruce has refused to identify a single defamatory statement. He can try to silence one person, but it won't change the facts, and it won't change what's coming next, because here's the truth. He's not silencing anyone anymore. Not me, not the people behind the scenes who are done keeping quiet, not anyone. Bruce wanted control. Instead, he's losing it, and now it's time for everyone to see just how far his campaign to silence critics has gone. And I want to bring this up right here. This is the first email from him dated Sunday, September 8th, 2024. Shizzy Wiznut, I see you jumped on the gravy train of replaying my client Michelle Preston's deposition video, which has no relevance to anything that's being rebroadcast by What the Hales to humiliate, harass, and bully her, instead of helping Jeremy Hales destroy the lives of elderly, poor, disabled, poor neighbors and a 4-year-old child to generate YouTube content and views. Why not choose to cover this story from an objective standpoint? This is an invite from Bruce for me to cover these stories. He wants to talk about two Lees and their views have quadrupled, which means that he's offering me to cover his material, how he sees fit, because somebody else is, and look, their views have all of a sudden quadrupled. I hope you consider changing your approach to cover this story and will invite me on. No, you do not get an invite from me to address this story from the other side. That is not your platform. If you want to discuss it, go elsewhere and discuss it. I have no need to entertain you. It is not my obligation. It is not my duty. From the other side in particular, this deposition hails purpose. He'll be rebroadcasting it at this time. And then, of course, you've got somebody else jumping in here saying, very well said, from Stupid Dave. And then, of course, you have also these people right in here jumping in. I would try to say, which was me responding to him, I would try to say something intelligent and respond, but I am a complete artard. I have no idea who Two Horless is, and I'm an idiot that watches things that interest me. I don't know who you are, and I don't care. I do reaction videos to multiple issues. If you find that offensive, well, go get screwed. If you don't like what I comment on, then there's the door. Open it, walk out, and don't let it hit you on the way out. As being elderly also, which I am, if another old person doesn't like what I comment on, change the freaking channel. Stop trying to attack an old man. I hope this is the last I hear from you, but if you wish to engage, I will report you for elder abuse, or you could just find a hole, go crawl back into and go screw yourself with all the vigor that you decided to attack me with. And of course, he couldn't let that go, because then he decided to send this on June 11th. And it was an investigation on the admission of Randy Shockett, dear Florida Board of Examiners. And you've all seen this one right here. And again, he invites me into this conversation. Dear Florida Board of Bar Examiners, Amanda, who answered my call, was very helpful in suggesting I write this email to alert the board to the need for an investigation of the admission of Eternal Randy Shockett. Pardon me. How did he gain admission to the Florida bar with these credentials? I believe Shockett must have lied on the Florida bar application, as he's done on his article, and he continues on with his polyflopping crap. The more they file, the longer they drag out litigation. Who is the one that's dragging out litigation? By filing, using your name, Bruce, using your name to file. Somebody's paying it. Somebody's writing it. It looks like you're behind the scenes of all of this, Bruce. I'm not asking the board to become involved in examining Shockett's legal filings, but that's not what it sounds like right here, because it says right here that you're saying he's using his law license to carry out a scheme on behalf of a single client. So which is it, Bruce? I'm calling for the board to investigate Shockett's admission to the Florida bar, and if possible, to reevaluate his qualifications at the time of his admission in light of the information here is obviously not part of his application. How is it obvious? I'm covering your shit that you asked me to cover. You included me on this email. Well, Hales, and then, of course, we've got somebody else here. I'm not going to show their name and give them anything. Hales intentionally took himself off of ePortal electronic service in my lawsuit again, yet he laughed when people evade service. Well, this would have been Lips's lawsuit. As you can see, this was put by Leslie. Because there's no obligation for him to be on the ePortal to get service of your bullshit, as we found out. And then, of course, Ray Bone Crusher says, thank you for the updates. And he says also, then you've got Luthman that comes in there, Jeremy Hales, and finally say he's a prophet. Regards. And then, of course, I did file a response to all of this. And I thought that it was very clear, very professional. And it was response to the inclusion of bar complaint email misuse process by Bruce B. Manskin. Dear members of the board, I write to you as today as not an attorney, not as a litigant, and not as a party to any bar grievance. I'm writing solely because I was improperly copied on in the email from Bruce P. Manskin, which appears to reference and involve an active complaint or an informal attempt to trigger scrutiny of Randy Shockett. This communication attempted to insert me without justification into what was clearly an extrajudicial smear campaign. I am not involved in the litigation mentioned. I am not under investigation. I am not a Florida bar member, yet I received an email designed to intimidate, implicate, and retaliate, a transparent attempt to pull uninvolved third parties into a vendetta waged through your office. Let's be blunt. What Mr. Madskin submitted to you is not a good faith ethics concern. Under the Rule 4-8.3a of the Florida Rules of Professional Conduct is a calculated abusive process, a tactical stunt meant to discredit opposing counsel because he is losing in court. I said right here, Randall Shockett, good standing and acting lawfully as a target of this email. Mr. Randall Shockett, Florida bar member, good standing, not under current disciplinary investigation, lawfully and competently representing his client in accordance with Rules 4.1, 4-1.1, competence, 4.1-3, diligence, litigating transparently in a federal court on the record under oath. The allegations leveled against him in Maskin's email rely on outdated, irrelevant claims conjured, but not to protect the public, but to retaliate for exposing Maskin's own litigation misconduct. This is how if this is how attorneys under court sanction now attempt to avoid accountability by dragging the licensing board into their unraveling defense strategy, then it is your process being abused and your credibility that risks being eroded. Maskin's ongoing judicial misconduct while attempting to weaponize your office. He's simultaneously the subject of a pending Rule 11 show cause hearing before the U.S. Magistrate Judge Bolito. Among these issues, failure to appear in court, filing duplicative, frivolous motions, ghost writing for pro se litigants in a manner that may violate these rules. Am I wrong? Being discharged by his own clients, then attempting to stall proceedings through procedural games, as he's done yet again. And now faced with mounting scrutiny in a courtroom he no longer controls, Mr. Matskin is trying to undermine opposing counsel's license by circumventing the judicial process and hijacking yours. This behavior is precisely what Rule 4-4.1, 4.4a prohibits, using legal mechanisms with no substantial purpose other than to embarrass, delay, or burden a third person. The Florida Supreme Court has been clear: abuse of disciplinary processes to gain litigation leverage itself misconduct. As you know, Bruce has been named in a second lawsuit. The misuse is coordinated, expanding. Because I was copied on this email, I feel obligated to inform you that this effort is not isolated to Mr. Matskin. It is part of a broader effort involving Leslie Ann Federigos. This is not her proper bar number. I changed it, just for those that are wondering. Though listed as permanently retired, Ms. Federigos appears regularly on live stream discussing legal strategy, referring to clients, and offering real-time case commentary with the tone and authority of a licensed attorney. It may constitute UPLs. It may also unlicensed practice. It may also file these right here. Retired inactive attorneys may not hold themselves out as lawyers or advise clients. Violates 4.4-8.4 for misrepresentation. Luthman, convicted felon. Despite this, he's collaborating with Matskin, writing about active litigation, leaking materials, engaged in what's clearly amounts to unauthorized legal commentary and coordination. Michael Volpe, self-proclaimed journalist. He has no media affiliation, no editorial oversight, just a vendetta against Shockett and others tied to litigation he's not party to. I urge you to contact Judge Bolitho directly. Was I wrong in responding to somebody sending me an email misrepresenting things? And of course, the response that I get from all of this is from Ray the Bone Crusher. Says, Shizzy Wisnut loves to post open letters on his channel. I can't imagine any board giving credence to a YouTube character trying to promote his channel without giving his real name and addresses. He's feeding a group's hunger for collective drama stories that have little, if any, meaning. The above letter smells like a threat. And that he asked the board to deliver his opinion and request a judge to create havoc in pending cases before the federal court. Asked the board to deliver my opinion. I asked the board to review the documentation. I have screenshots. I can show where they've done all of this. Now, not too long after this, Ray Bone Crusher decided that it was wonderful for people to come and actually dox me. He actually called for it on his own channel. Was that appropriate? I've never called for any doxing on anybody whatsoever. These are all public filings. You're an expert in Florida bar proceedings. If this comes from Volpe, you're an expert in Florida bar proceedings. Tell me, is a lawyer allowed to misrepresent facts in a response to a bar complaint? We're about to find out. Really? Are we about to find out there, Mr. Volman? And then, of course, Tug said, Shizzy, you seem to have been admitted from a filing. And this was the filing that he put in. This person, Shizzy Wisna, is an open alcoholic. An open alcoholic. Is that like coming out of the closet? YouTube host whose shtick is writing long letters like this email and reading them on his live YouTube streams while drinking alcohol shots and becoming inebriated. Well, you haven't seen inebriated yet. Jeez. He hides behind his fake name, which is protected. In case these people didn't understand, there's certain protections that I have by using an anonymous name. And whenever you go and try doxing me and attacking me that way, that violates some very serious terms of service, according to YouTube. It also violates several other laws and statutes that are already there. And yes, we have proof of all of that shit that you tried pulling, Bruce. Every single bit of it is going back to you. Shockett has a journalist on YouTube shilling for him. A journalist. See, as you can see here, he's calling me a journalist. Do I not have certain protected rights as a journalist? Do I have not certain protected rights as somebody that's on YouTube? Writing to attack me, alerting you information I have, should give the Board of Examiners further reason to look at whether he lied. And there's more than one or two explanations must be true. This is making the assumption that there's more than one side to the story. That the Florida Board accepted Shockett of knowing of his crimes of dishonesty or perjury that mislead the Arkansas bar. Or he committed perjury on his Florida bar application as well, prevented the Florida bar from knowing his lack of qualifications. Or did you ever think of 3, that he told them everything that needed to be told? They accepted him, and he remained in good standing. And and still to this day remains in good standing with the Florida bar. It seems to me like you're attempting to destroy somebody's reputation. As an attorney, that's especially egregious. I would think that if you're trying to dissuade the Florida bar from their decision and going out and filing complaints such as this, that would be inappropriate. That would be unethical. And then, of course, I do respond again. Dear members of the board, this is a formal response to clarify my role or lack thereof to the ongoing matters involving Bruce and to the document a disturbing pattern of retaliation, legal misconduct, and jurisdictional abuse on his part directed at me, a private citizen, for declining to platform him or adopt his narrative. I am not a party to any litigation involving Mr. Matskin. I am not a witness. I am not an attorney. I have no legal standing in these proceedings. Yet Mr. Matskin has continued to inject my name and persona into grievance related to communications with your office in what they can only be described as a coordinated attempt at intimidation and retaliatory narrative control. First interaction with Matskin's outreach about KO matter. I first had contact with Mr. Matskin when he reached out to request that I publicly cover a case involving allegations of an unauthorized use of client funds, which later resulted in his filing of a retaliatory lawsuit, Matskin v. KO. It's important to stress I did not seek him out. He approached me to spin his side of the case for public consumption. It was the first sign of a larger pattern. When denied a favorable media pattern, Mr. Matskin escalates. When accepted, he seeks to exploit that platform for personal gain. Second interaction, improper inclusion in bar-directed email chain initiated by Mr. Matskin. The current matter before you includes interaction from an email chain initiated by Mr. Bruce Matskin, which he contacted the Brian Steele to complain about multiple parties involved in litigation with his client, Lynette Preston, despite the fact that I am not a party to that litigation or a lawyer, nor even tangentially involved in any capacity that would justify such inclusion. Mr. Matskin improperly copied me on that communication, referenced me by name and implication as though I were engaged in unethical conduct. To be precise, the subject of that email thread was Mr. Matskin's object to public reaction videos involving his client's deposition footage that was made publicly available in an active federal case. Mr. Matskin characterized my reaction coverage as part of a broader campaign of harassment and even suggested it might rise to the level of unauthorized legal practice. A baseless defamatory assertion is both false and irresponsible. This is not my first time Mr. Matskin engaged in this sort of behavior towards me. His actions violated multiple professional conduct standards. Among these, in representing a client, a short lawyer shall not use means that have no substantial purpose other than to embarrass, delay, or burden a third person. A lawyer shall not engage in conduct prejudicial to the administration of justice, prohibits frivolous claims or contentions, including mischaracterization, someone as practicing law when there is no basis. My reaction content involves commentary on publicly available material. I don't go looking for things that are not publicly available, which is fully protected under the First Amendment principles and Section 107 of the Copyright Act, fair use. At no point have I represented anyone legally, filed pleadings, or rendered advice, and Mr. Bruce Matskin has provided no evidence to the contrary. Instead, he seeks to weaponize the grievance process to punish criticism and intimidate an uninvolved third party, in this case, me, for rejecting his unsolicited demands for platform access. Furthermore, Bruce has also a known pattern of procedural misconduct. He failed to appear for a sanction hearing on April 3rd, 2025, and only later withdrew his counsel, and which I have all of these available. You may also wish to contact the following for information regarding his prior discipline and ethics inquiries. In a letter dated September 21st, 2022, Mr. Butler advised Matskin that finding of a probable cause has been made against him in a grievance complaint. There's the grievance complaint. You can look it up. It's publicly available. Taking together, this current misuse of the bar grievance process against me is not an isolated act. It is part of a wider pattern of manipulative and retaliatory behavior aimed at silencing critics and dodging accountability. When I publicly refused to give Mr. Matskin airtime on my YouTube channel, I received a September 11, 2024 email pressuring me yet again, which I just showed you, labeling me a fake host name and shill. Let us be clear, Mr. Matskin issued me stems not from any credible ethical violation, but because I mocked him publicly, legally, and within the bounds of fair use and the First Amendment speech. That is not misconduct, that is criticism. A quote from my own response: "Bubbles, buddy, this is not some big bully operation. Miss Preston gave those statements herself, so unless you're suggesting she bullied herself, your argument holds about as much substance as the gray matter between my ears. First of all, let me break this down in a way even your inflated sense of self-importance can digest. My channel, Shizzy Wiznut, is not some grand cog in a conspiracy machine you've invented. I do reaction videos. It's like watching someone try to win at a chess match by eating all the pieces off. You don't look smart, you look desperate. These are not legal arguments, nor are they intended to be. They are satirical responses to a public figure behaving in a manner deserving of critique, and they are wholly irrelevant to whether Mr. Shockett lawfully gained admission to the Florida bar. Mr. Matskin has confused criticism of his tactics with evidence of misconduct. The former is constitutionally protected. The latter remains entirely absent. In his June 13th email, he falsely claimed that I am an open alcoholic YouTube host producing content under the influence. He further alleged that I hide behind a fake name and that my prior letter to the board was produced solely as entertainment. These are falsehoods and telling ones. They demonstrate that Mr. Matskin has no actual grievance with the bar or with Mr. Shockett's professional qualifications. What he has is a personal vendetta against anyone who dares criticize him or his former clients. That is not a bar complaint. That is retaliatory harassment. He's repeatedly invoked my pseudonym, Shizzy Wiznut, with disdain, implying that use of a screen name undermines the legitimacy of my concerns as both legally incorrect and ethically disingenuous. I maintain a pseudonym to protect myself from the same harassment and retaliatory conduct that has already been directed at others, including Shara Michelle, a former participant in the group aligned with Mr. Matskin, who later turned over evidence and disassociated herself from the coordinated activity since her cooperation became known. She has been subject to threatening communications, targeted in derogatory live streams, referenced in filings, broadcasts in ways designed to intimidate and isolate her from future participation in legal proceedings. The conduct is not speculative, is documented, and its chilling effect is real. As you can see here, courts have long recognized that anonymous or pseudonymous speech may be necessary where open identification would invite retaliation, social ostracism, and threats to personal safety. As I said, I'm getting to where I stopped covering portions of this, where I pulled back. And of course, the First Amendment protects anonymous speech where disclosure would expose the speaker to harassment or reprisals. Multiple jurisdictions have applied balancing tests to ensure that pseudonymous speakers raising matters of public concern cannot be unmasked absent a compelling interest and good cause. Am I correct? His hostility towards my pseudonym is not a procedural concern, it is part of his strategy. He wants to chill lawful expression by attacking critics personally, and my anonymity is a lawful, measured response to that behavior. Mr. Matskin's conduct across jurisdictions reflects a disregard for lethal ethics, bar rules, and basic professionalism. Violations under the rules of professional conduct, every single one of them. misleading statement of fact to regulatory bodies, dishonesty or misrepresentation, conduct prejudicial and administration of justice, false statements about non-parties for personal gain, emailing non-parties to bar counsel to intimidate, failure to appear at a sanctions hearing, filed last-minute excuses claiming you feared arrest and couldn't attend, did not appear, pattern of misconduct, who to contact. Contact Judge Belitho if you don't believe any of what I'm saying. Mr. Mask is weaponizing the grievance systems to silence, harass, and deflect attention from his own ethical violations and procedural misconduct. His attempts to rope me into active legal conflicts I have no part in are a violation of the spirit and letter of rules of professional conduct. And yet again, he has tried to threaten and intimidate me. I will continue to provide documentation, transcripts, or video information and evidence upon request. And I submitted that to them. And of course, Lips had to jump in there and say, to demonstrate their initiated online harassment attack by checking the docket case where I'm suing this group of YouTubers. They work together to attack anyone who is adversarial to Jeremy Hales. No, being adversarial to me and to my channel is what I commented on. They work together to attack anyone who's adversarial to Jeremy Hales. I also attached a press and release exhibits of evidence of their initiated online attack. What, to expose your harassment? To expose your doxing? To expose the law that you broke? Yeah, you broke the law by putting my name on a website that linked me to somebody else's website. That's breaking the law. They work together to flood YouTube, social media forums, defame, harass people, including myself. Their initiated attack is evidenced by the dates and timeline that demonstrate this. Here are the exhibits. Not conclusive of everything that they've done. This issue is in litigation now. Well, it's not, is it now? I plan to add the shizzy person who refuses to give his real name, and this is where the doxing started. And it didn't stop. Here is the email that I got from Ducey. I will file a lawsuit against you in Massachusetts state court unless you remove the defamatory videos titled in an open letter to Bruce Matskin. You're not a lawyer, you're a liability. And the courtroom clown parade featuring scooters, sanctions, and bubbles on Zoom. At this point, I'm willing to let you quietly remove 2 videos without fanfare and without an affirmative disavowal by you of the defamatory statements in them. If you remove them, I will publicly report that I have asked you to remove them, and you did. And I will thank you for doing so, nothing more. I will not require you to acknowledge they contained actionable defamation. You can say whatever you want as long as you remove them. I plan to file a lawsuit if the videos are not removed by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, July 2nd. This is more serious than you are apparently aware. Ask your lovely wife how she'd feel. What she might do if YouTubers wrote and spoke about her as a lawyer in the same manner. Well, my wife would not be doing criminal actions. Please point out, this is my response to Bruce. I said, please point out any defamatory statements with timestamps. He says, no, I am not doing that. I'll do that in my court complaint. And then the next day, for you to remove those 2, only to post last night's with the same nature of defamatory statements. By the way, I unlisted them. About me makes me realize court action is likely going to become necessary. Another threat. I will file a lawsuit if the Anti-Hales morons is not removed by tomorrow, 12 noon. So I unlisted them to see if there was anything defamatory in him. You're attacking my livelihood. I will not stand for it. I've never attacked his livelihood. He is welcome to practice law any which way he wants to, and just as I'm welcome to comment on his misbehavior any way that I wish to, as long as I'm not defaming him or being malicious. You're a fraud. You're a coward. Coward? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm looking to make sure that my family is protected, because what you did, Bruce, Leslie, is you came after my family. You put them in a into harm's way of a known psychopath. That's what you did. I asked you not to do that. I asked you very kindly not to do that. That you people that decided you wanted to come after me and dox me and name me were putting people into harm's way. But you didn't listen. And steps have had to be made to make sure that those people are out of harm's way because of your bad behavior. You're attacking my livelihood. I will not stand for it. You're a fraud and a coward, as evidenced by refusing to face anyone you slander. Never slander. To argue your points. I don't have to argue my points. I let your actions speak for themselves again and again and again. And have to respond to the responses. I don't have to let you on my platform to respond. That is up to you. You respond just as long as you're not putting people in harm's way. Never have I asked anybody to dox your family. Never ever have I gone after your wife, your children, your children's children, your families. I've never done any of that. I've made comments, satirical, humorous comments. If you don't like what's being said, don't listen. It's as simple as that. It's not a hard thing to do. You just, whatever. He's off rambling about some dumb shit again. You're making money from making money. Making money? Really? From purposefully harming others gratuitously. How am I hurting others? What harm? What harm has been done to anybody? By what? Pointing out their own bullshit, their own lies, and making a mockery of it? Maliciously, definitely not. And actionably, definitely not. Any further defamation by you? Well, if there was defamation, then cool. After removing this third video will result in my filing court action based on new defamation. New defamation. And also numerous past videos. Numerous past videos. And there's the threat. And there's the threat again. Not only is he going to go after any video that I do, if I cover anything about the Hales, he is going to bring me into a lawsuit. That is what he wants. He wants to bring somebody into lawsuit because he doesn't have my platform. I won't let him on my platform. It shows how angry and malicious and vicious and slanderous and horrible and defamatory that this little man is. Without first emailing to demand removal. No more defamation of me will get you a pass anymore. I will file a lawsuit against you. Another threat. Unethical by an attorney. Absolutely unethical by an attorney. And again, I responded, please point out any defamatory statements with timestamps. And his response, well, my response also was just don't even contact me again. His response was, the video's replete with it. Again, can't point to any timestamps. 12 noon tomorrow or a lawsuit. That was on July 2nd, 2025. And I've redacted quite a bit out of that because he wanted to involve other people. And I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of trying to involve other people. And what he clearly has is an issue with my content. It's not my problem if he doesn't like my content. I don't owe him shit. I do, in all sincerity, owe both Tug and Megan a sincere thank you, a sincere apology, as well as Jeremy. I apologize that I let this little Weasley son of a bitch get to me. And he did. But no more. He has pushed it too far. I am not tolerating his shenanigans. as I said, 10 o'clock tonight, all of those videos will be released. All of them will go right back up, as there is nothing defamatory. It is clearly satire, it is clearly humor, it is clearly mocking and laughing at their own words and actions. And they can't seem to handle that. None of it's done maliciously. All of it has been to show and expose how ridiculous the situation is. When push comes to shove, I'm not pushing, I'm not shoving. I'm not allowing anybody to dictate how my channel is operated. I never have until this crap. And that was against my own better judgment. And as I clearly found out that you can't satisfy these people. You can't satisfy these people. They won't stop. They will continue to harass, to intimidate, to coerce, and they will do it until they are on top, because they can't build, they can't create, they don't have the ability to do anything except for use other people as a stepping stone to make themselves better than they actually are. Pain in my eyes? Oh, the pain is from a sunburn. I got lots of sunburn. And let's get to some of you wonderful people, and also because I do have a feeling, because of the intimidation that they're creating and the crap that they're doing, I am going to be having to go in and monetize the ever living shit out of their garbage. So most likely by the end of the month, my subscription amount is going to go up, because I'm going to have to do something to basically offset the crap that I feel is coming towards me. And I don't doubt that it's coming, because they do not like being exposed. And now that they've been exposed, it's going to get worse. So I'm going to have to monetize the ever-living shit out of every single one of their bullshit, out of all their bullshit and their attacks. Thank you. You can thank Bubbles for all that bullshit and all the rest of them that feel that it's appropriate to attack people. Never have I ever asked anybody to go after these people. Never would I. If they don't like the content, they just can turn it off. Other people seem to find some humor and some fun in all of this. But at the end of the month, I'll be upping all the subscriptions on it. You can thank them for that crap. I liked having it where it was nice and easy for everybody to access and comment, hang out. But apparently some people don't seem to appreciate that too much. So what am I going to do? I'm going to increase the fees for the participation. Sorry, guys. Max Labs, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. $2 for Please Sue Lips. Well, there will be more to come on that. I'm not at liberty to discuss anything right now of what's going on with all of that bullshit. There will be more coming on Monday, and we'll be talking about it on Monday. Maybe not. We'll see. I can't make any guarantees on anything. And of course, Fallen Hero is gifted 1 membership, and thank you very much, Fallen Hero,
Welcome to the shit show.
Because that's what it is.
Every single day,
A new flavor of thuggery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
and then 4 more days of increasingly
and another. Thank you so much, Patrick W., for becoming a member for 14 months. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate you so much. And let's get back over here. It says, Douchey has started a fight with the wrong people. Well, I have no interest in fighting with him. Just let him do his own thing. don't come harassing people. And that's all it's been, is harassment coming from him. And so I'm done handling his garbage. As we say in Australia, wank us. Yes. Well, I've been to Ohio before, and I've seen Australia. It is. They keep it in the biodome. Thank you so much, Naomi. I appreciate it. And oh my gosh, Tracy Weldon with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the shit
That is
show.
beautiful. Thank you.
Every single day,
A new flavor of fuckery, 'cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
and then 4 more days of increasingly
stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and buggery. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yo, 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 traveling fools. Thank you being here for another 19 months. I mean, that is almost 2 years of Traveling Fools has been around. If you haven't seen Traveling Fools, he does some wonderful trivia at night, amongst other things. And really, really good people. Emma Washington says, so sorry this all happened to you and your family. We're behind you 100%. The haters will lose, and they have and are nothing. Thank you so much, Emma. I appreciate you. And no, they are actually something. They're all human beings. You know, if their behavior makes it despicable. And I want to be clear that the behavior is what makes it despicable. And they're fine. They're going to find out how bad that kind of behavior ends up becoming, and it's not going to look good for them on the backside of things. Shizzy gifted 5 memberships from Cynthia Nolier, and
welcome to the shit
as
show.
you know,
Every
it
single
is
day,
wonderful. Thank you, Cynthia. I
a new
appreciate you.
flavor of fuckery,
Now, I don't know what'll
'cause
happen
everybody
whenever I
sucks,
do
you
all
see,
the
and they're
memberships
dumber than a
and upgrade those.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days.
Thank you so
of
much,
increasingly
Cynthia. I
stupid,
appreciate you.
ridiculous,
That is
ignorant,
awesome.
boulder, dash,
Poppycock,
poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Creation feed of you.
Over again.
Well, you don't have to pay to view. It'll be here. Like I said, at 10 o'clock tonight, all those videos come back up, and I'm not playing around with fools, because it is, they've made it very clear that they are after the attack, and I'm not going to play with them. Thank you, Lady Horse says, love you, Shizzy. We are behind you. I know, and like I said, Tug and Megan have been a big support and a big support group, because I've never had to deal with someone like Bubbles in my life. I've dealt with fools and craziness plenty of times, but I've never dealt with someone like Bubbles in my life. And I was warned that they would continue to escalate. This is something that they do. Sorry, you and your family have had to deal with this. I am too. And it is unfortunate, and I wish it didn't have to be that way. Thank you very much, Colleen. I don't appreciate the kind of shenanigans. I've actually called for people not to do the kind of behavior that they've been doing, and yet they felt it was necessary to go after people because they couldn't handle the commentary. Respect. Thanks, Jack's mom. I appreciate you, and much respect to you. Hold on. Much respect to you. I try to keep it fun and lighthearted, and I had a nice trip out of town. And of course, all this stuff pops off as I'm heading out of town, and next thing I know, I've got more garbage emails. I'm proud of you, Day. We're behind you 100%. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and I know that there's a lot of support out there. And I like I said, I feel like I sort of let down Megan and Tug by letting this moron get to me. I had, like I said, I had a conversation with them and let them know, and as well as Jeremy, I had a conversation, said, you know, I'm backing away from this. I may come back and cover it at some point in time, but it's a lot to deal with right now. And there was a lot of other things that I don't talk about that were going on, you know, because it was nobody else's business, and that got in the way with it. Yeah, respect. Thank you. Doreen says, because I can't stand bullshit. Yeah. Well, it's always going to happen. It's always going to happen. And I, like I said, I don't like playing the victim in all this crap. And that's all I've seen is a whole bunch of victimhood bullshit that just pisses me off. Sorry, I shouldn't be so angry about it. I don't like playing the victim in this, and I'm not being a victim. I'm just standing up for what I don't agree with. And this kind of behavior I just can't agree with. And thank you so much for Gwen the Ferret. Gwen the Ferret became a YouTube member. I appreciate you. And most definitely just remember you and Jack's mom.
Welcome to the
You gotta love it. Thank you so much. And also Jack's mom coming in there with a new member. This is for both of you guys. So 2 stars for you guys. Thank you so much. This thing is going to be Glitter Ball Bonanza. Oh my. Wednesday. One right there for you. There we go. Thank you so much, YouTube. I appreciate it. Thank you. On behalf of Jeremy Hales, Tug, Megan, Jay, Hip, etc. It's okay, buddy. We cool. Thank you, Dylan Carm. I love that picture. That's awesome. Oh, that's hilarious. We appreciate you. It's okay, buddy. We cool. No, I did, and like I said, this was a long time coming. I've been out of town, so I haven't had a chance to do as much as I normally would, which is usually quite a bit. Thank you so much. Got you right there. You know, I and you can't really tell, but I got a nice sunburn. Stand strong. We're with you. Well, I know, and I know that everybody's been there the whole time. But you know, that moment of stupidity, weakness, whatever you want to call it, there's more coming. There's more stuff that's going to be coming. I don't want to be involved in a bunch of like bullshit, but whenever you're getting dragged into it, kicking and screaming, there's not much that you can do about it. You know, as far as, you know, what would you rather have it? Just have me destroy everything? Just remember, you love you. Much respect. And I'll like I said, I'm going to continue to cover Hales. That's not going to stop. And I'm also going to continue to cover other stories. That's not going to stop either. I have other things that are also important and been covering. I've been looking at Laura Owens. There's also another one that I haven't talked about yet, but I'm trying to cover that also. I do like to have a good variety of different stories, different things that are going on. And sometimes, especially with the Hale stuff, there is just so much coming out that it's hard to walk away and not do much of anything. Thank you so much. That is very kind of you. Super sticker from Ma. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. And I got a super sticker for you. It is, oh damn it, that one messed up. Don't let me mess that one up. Let me get it right here. Get it right here. There we go. We're gonna put a little bar right down here on the base. Oh, doggone it! Don't fall off on me there. We'll put a little bar right there, and that little bar, that's your super sticker right there. Thank you so much, Ma. Cindy Brown says, exciting times indeed. As Tug says, Shizzy, you did due diligence, and that's commendable. Well, thank you. No, and you know, there was a time where I was seriously considering just completely walking away from all of it, and then of course shenanigans abound. Hit the like button, folks. Thank you, Freckle Ginger. Oh, Freckle Ginger, 10 months. So sweet. I've been surrounded by redheads almost all week. Just so you know, Freckle Ginger.
Welcome to the ship
So
show.
much for 10 months.
Every single day,
Insane.
a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag.
That's a red one too.
Monday,
Red foot for you.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
And Maureen, thank you so much. Please don't say there'll be no more letters. Oh, there will be. There will be. The letters will be coming back out again. Maureen, most definitely. 7 months. Cow, that is amazing. Got you right here. There's almost no white left on this helmet whatsoever. I will be covering plenty more. I will be covering. Oh, Rosalind, I shared the shit so song with my offspring. He plays it on his ship. The sailors love it. I knew they would. That would be awesome to have that as right after morning revelry. Oh, to have that song being played, that would be hilarious. I'm so glad he enjoys it. Thank you so much, Rosalind. And as I said, it wasn't my song. I didn't write it. Somebody else did. I just enjoy playing it because it's so much fun. Let me see. That's there we go. Another foot right there. Got it right there, Rosalind. Thank you so much for that. And Joyce Dreyer says Joyce Dreyer has become a new member. Welcome, Joyce Dreyer.
Welcome to the ship show.
Every single day,
A new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday,
blessings from
Tuesday,
Aileen and Lyndon. Stay strong. Well, thank you very much, Lyndon Hernandez, for the super chat. I appreciate you, and I'm staying as strong as I can and continuing on with my wonderful content and having fun doing it. Like I said, it is all good. Locked and loaded for membership gifting, but still not available. Do you need to turn it on? No, it's still available, Rickles. It should be. The only way that you won't be able to do membership gifting is if you're on an iPhone, I think. I don't think you can do it if you're on an iPhone. I'm going to cover that up right there and get you a foot sticker. But it is still there. But starting next month, I will have all of the membership gifting will change, but you also have to have it turned on. If you're on an iPhone, it usually won't work. Just so you know, you might only be able to do it from computer. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. I've been watching Judge Simpson in regards to Arlo apartments and were uninhabitable, and Judge Simpson is holding the owner responsible. Well, I will definitely be doing some more Judge Simpson. I love George Simpson. He is absolutely amazing. That is some of the most fun. I also want to get back into doing my regular Sunday streams of having some wonderful stories, wonderful people hanging out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Caroline. Yeah, I definitely want to see more Judge Simpson. I mean, that was sort of my plan initially. Whenever I got back on Monday, there was a whole thing that I was going to show you about crazy lady that did like crazy stuff. But of course, this crap popped off over the weekend, and you would not believe it. Your granddaughter laughs every time I sing that song. Well, Chef's grandmother, thank you for being a member here for 7 months. And this is for your granddaughter.
Welcome to the ship show. Every single day, a new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of tots. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right there. Got a cool one for you. Thank you, Chefist.
Ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, polyps, and fuckery.
And all over again. And Rickles with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Rickles. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you. I got 5 gifted memberships. See, it was, you were doing just fine. got those in there. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Got you. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I don't have anything other than this right here for you, Rickles.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single day, a new flavor of thuggery. Cause everybody sucks, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of twats. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, balderdash, poppycock, bollocks, and buggery. Living all over again.
And of course, Frodo GT7 says, Douchey, the next retired lawyer. I don't think he'll retire. I hope that his days as an attorney last long and are prosperous, and that he does very well in practice of law. I hope all the best for him. Just don't mess with me. That would be a bad idea. And I did want to also show something that really did strike me as interesting, just as more of the kind of shenanigans that old Bubbles likes to promote. I know I can be rather winded and have a lot to say. VIP song tonight. I bought 200 stickers, and one of my favorites is I got Shot Show sticker. Douchey Canoe. Oh well, he could behave. He could behave and just find much better things to do. Let me do this real quick. I wanted to show you guys this one here, and let me give you just a second. And this is something that came up the other day, and I'm going to make sure that they get full credit on this. I am going to make sure that everybody, I want you to go check this out, and I'm going to pin it up there in the top. So give me a second, because if you haven't seen it yet, which I'm sure all of you have seen it by now, and I'll get to all of the new stuff that's come in here shortly. Paste that one there and that one right there. This is the original video, and I'll also link it whenever I get in here shortly. I'm having to do too many things at once. I wasn't planning on doing this because it was all about me. No, it was more than just that. I wanted to make sure that you guys sort of got a chance to see all of this also. And this is right here. I'm also putting it in the video description. And sure, there we go. And we're going to go back to this and pull this one up so I can get in there and pin that thing to the very top. I want to make sure that it's pinned. Pin the message right there. All right. So this particular one, give me just a second. Present. Oh, wrong one. I wanted you guys to see this. And it is this right here. This was put in by Char Michelle. If you haven't seen this right here, does it not look familiar? Does this not look familiar? Char, I'm taking legal action against you for legal misrepresentation, invasion of privacy, defamation, and other claims. It will be filed in Massachusetts State Court. If you remove your video of today and those of which you dox private conversations of which I was part, I will not file a lawsuit against you. I will wait until the end of the week, 5 p.m., Friday, July 5th. And if the videos are still up, I will file a lawsuit and will not withdraw it, even if you thereafter take them down. This is your free pass. Best regards, Deucey. So I'm not the only one being intimidated by people. Need you for the laughs? Well, thank you, Len. I try to have some laughs. I try to have a little bit of fun with life and channels and all kinds of stuff. But listen to what Shara had to say in all of this.
So, Michelle, about October 30th, go ahead and say what you were just saying.
When we pulled up to the sheriff's department and noticed them walking out the door, Jeremy Hill, George, and Diana West, a deputy walked out, came over to our vehicle because I didn't quite know what to do. So I kind of just stopped where I was.
Right.
No, I did not notice that was his trailer right next to me. I had no clue.
Because you were busy looking toward the door, probably because you were nervous.
Right, because I was watching them come out the door.
Yes.
The deputy walked over and he asked me what we were doing there. I told him that I was there, that I just left the clerk of court and the state's attorney's office, and that I needed to see Beecham to show him my phone and show him the text messages or whatever that message is about dirty names, sand,
Right.
N-word,
Yeah.
the F-word,
Things.
all that.
Yeah.
Trackers and nails in the driveway and a lady in a shelter. And he said, okay, wait a minute. Let me go find out what I need to find out. What's going on? Can you pull over, go straight ahead, and park right there on that last spot? That way they can't see you. I said, yes, that's perfect. So we pulled over there. So about 10 minutes later, the deputy came back out, and he said, look, they want to stay. He had told me, I think they're leaving. Then he came back and said, no, now they...
What was that? Heather May4J. I'm confused. We'll need to pay for subscriptions, chat and live streams, and membership right now. No, it will only be membership. You won't have any problem being a subscriber to YouTube. That's free. You can be a subscriber to this channel without a problem. Subscriber doesn't change. That's absolutely free. What will go up is for membership. It will come up. The cost of being a member on my channel will be going up. It will be raised. I don't know how much yet at this time. That's something I'm going to be working out, but it will be going up. So if that's what you're wondering, subscriptions are still free. As long as you're subscribed to this channel, you get everything that everybody else does. The only thing that comes with being a paid member is that it changes that whenever I release videos and things, certain videos, well, you get to see them earlier. Or pay $4.99 a month for me. Yeah, exactly. Gifted 5 Shizzy Wiznut memberships. Thank you so much. And let me see it. Now that I've got that up, I should be able to see who actually was gifted those. It looks like Cruise Ship Mama got a gifted membership. Doreen Bailey, Melissa Monagu, and Grass is Green Enough also received gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Doreen, sorry, that was David, Air Force vet. Sorry. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you for that. And
welcome to
don't worry,
we're
all behind you. Your satire is the best. We love your letters. Thank you. And Noreen, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you so much. All the feetsies are going out today. 5 gifted memberships. Always appreciate it. Ridiculous, ignorant, balder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and buggery. Oh, yes. Right there. For you. Thank you, Noreen. I appreciate you. What was that? Yeah. Well, and like I said, if you pay attention to what is being said up here in this email, is stop releasing this information that might harm me. Stop releasing that information that may harm me. And that's not appropriate behavior by an attorney. Death Angel says, hugs and loves. I love you, sweetie. I've been a member for 8 months.
Welcome to the shit show.
Thank you so much. You've been here for 8 months. Oh my gosh. It seems like only yesterday, Death Angel. It seems like only yesterday. What I'm going to have to do is come up with a shorter membership song for the returning members and for new members and for subscription members. Oh my gosh, you guys are just awesome. Absolutely wonderful. And no, I do appreciate every single one of you. You've been helpful in this channel's growth and my personal growth. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Please subscribe, get Shizzy to 10K. The numbers will come. Just as long as I keep that true path.
Stay and make a report about you being here. Do you mind
Oh my
leaving
goodness.
for a minute and come back later and talk to us? I said, I have no problem with that at all. So we turned around and drove away. He said, the deputy said hi to the baby. She saw her eating French fries. My story corroborated itself, and we left. And that's what happened. And then they stayed and made a report against all of it, and then I followed them to the police station.
You did not.
I did not. Yeah, Sheriff. I didn't know when they were coming into town. No one said when they were coming into town. And I have been at the state's attorney and at the clerk.
As you can see right here, she puts in, Preston told me her team with Marla had informed her Jeremy would be at the sheriff's office that morning. I thought it was still John Dildo. Still is.
So why are they still wanting to talk to you about that? That's what I want to know about those two texts. They want to talk to you.
No, I don't understand because
What-
it's already been dealt with.
What did they last say to you about those texts? When?
They told me that they wanted to discuss it with me, and on the phone I told the deputy, I said, all you need to do is talk to your own deputy.
When did he call you?
It was a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, but I told my lawyers that I can't talk to him.
Why is he calling you if that thing is closed? What does he want to talk to you about?
Don't know. Want to try and get me on? I think, and I know you're recording.
Yeah.
I think it's because they want to nail Jeremy, not me.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then, whoa, did I miss something? I feel like I missed something here. Her response was, so this came in from Bruce, demanding them take him down. And then this was another email. Shara, 5 p.m. Friday, July 5th was an error. I will wait until Saturday, July 5th, 5 p.m. I am not going to provide timestamps for you. Isn't that weird? He doesn't like to provide timestamps. To be clear, my demands cover all private chats, emails from me, including group chats with Patty Plummer and or MP. Michelle Preston, I believe this is what he's trying to say. Every Facebook messenger from me should be removed. Emails sent by me exclusively to you or to you and MP together, if any. If any? Are there any? Should be removed. Emails CC to others can stay. I suggest you also remove any doxed messages from MP. Doxed messages. As well as any voice clips of her in private conversations. Your doxing of her will come up at some point. Doxing of her will come up at some point. So removing her private messages and her voice from your videos will serve to mitigate damages. No.
To discuss it with me, and on the phone I told the deputy, I said, all you need to do is talk to your own deputy.
When did he call you?
It was a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago.
Imagine that. On July 4th, he's spinning out of control. So not even 3 days earlier, he did the same thing to me. And I will say, Shara, kudos to you. You had more balls than me by standing up to him much quicker and much faster.
Oh, but I told my lawyers that I can't talk to him.
Why is he calling you if that thing is closed? What does he want to talk to you about?
Don't know. Want to try and get me out? I think, and I know you're recording.
Yeah.
I think it's because they want to nail Jeremy, not me.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's because they want to nail Jeremy and prove that he's making false allegations.
Right.
False
Well,
police reports.
that's very serious. If that's what he's doing, it's not. That's
Right. If deputies knew about it, and the deputy came out to my vehicle and dealt
Hey,
with
Buck
it,
Naked.
then they obviously know that it's a false police report because the deputy handled it.
Mm-hmm.
He said I refused to leave. He said I refused to move my vehicle. Jeremy did.
wow.
None of that happened, and the deputy is
But
witness.
but the thing I'm wondering is, what did he when he spoke to you? What did he ask you? He called you, and what did he say? The deputy.
He said he asked me about several instances.
Like what? Like what was he?
John, and walking in front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him that y'all already have that video. You already have it. John was walking in front of the house on a walker.
Well, I know that, but why was he? How was he asking? Was he saying? Why was he? What was his reason for asking you those things? Like, what did he say?
Because they need.
Isn't it Anti-Wth? Didn't you notice that also? It's from 7/11/2025. What point does BB finally lose it? He's not Elemental P's counsel anymore. So bizarre, isn't it? She did refuse to remove him, and she moved it closer to move her Jeep, and she moved it closer to Jeremy's truck. Yes. 7/11 is your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Jamie Minnick. Happy birthday.
Need to finish their case against me and either make a determination, am I guilty or am I not?
Oh, they were still investigating you.
Did your client tell you about the murder of a man in Chicago regarding Cook and Price? She told me about Jeremy wasn't lying about that either. And the rest of it was cut off, but probably because it contained personal information. Good move, Shara, for not revealing any personal information. Interesting.
At that point.
Yes.
Well, they closed it.
I've been found innocent of everything.
Allie God, you don't have to worry about financially supporting me. You always, everybody take care of yourselves first. Always take care of yourselves first. Please. I do not expect people to do anything outside of enjoying the content. This is just for satire, for fun, for humor. We're supposed to be laughing, having a good time. Sorry, I had to be such a downer and all upsetting. Don't be upset. Go walk with the puppies. And yet, guilty in Ohio? Yes, exactly. Shara was so smart to record and keep track of everything she did with LP Approves LP, and all those she brought into this are short brain cells. Yes, both of you got it in there at the same time. Oh, well, you know what? This is just for you. How about this? Oh, yes.
Oh my, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. It is your day. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yes. See, everybody giving you a little bit of love, even though we're a little bit belated. but we still wish you happy birthday. But even though I can't give you any money, I only have 30. Hey, like I said, I'm here for you. And any other way, watch the vids. That's all you got to do. Just watch, enjoy, like, subscribe, share. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to do. Ah, yes.
That I've been innocent. I've been found innocent of the post office, the thing in front of the house, the thing in front of the courthouse, and now just waiting on talking to them about this other thing, which should be found innocent. Because
What other thing?
They copied their own deputy.
What other thing?
The thing, the text messages.
The ones that we just discussed, the 2 text messages? The ones that's the one about the nails and all that?
Yes.
But why are they still discussing that? That was from October 30th, the case that they closed.
Because they didn't close that. They're still trying to see if I violated the Ohio.
But they did.
law with that.
Oh, so it has to do with the Ohio,
Yes.
not with the case that they had when they were when you were at the sheriff on the 30th, October 30th. It's nothing to do with that. So it's about the Ohio. When did the Ohio case start? What date?
I don't remember.
With what he did. Okay, I wish I would have known this because I want to get these records.
Tomorrow, I can look them all up. I just bought an accordion file and started putting them in it.
All right, let me shut this off now. I'm going to shut it. Okay.
I will be glad when this goes before the judge, and here she orders third-party psychiatric evaluations, medical examinations of HG, and home evaluation. Marla says there's been 18 home evaluations. HG is under therapeutic care. Marla says you are aware that CPS and DCF both don't take any real action. They arrive, glance around, and say that's good enough, and leave, and can guarantee you there's probably isn't a lot in their files. Marla says, I am aware that you're clueless. Florida DCF district, especially recently. And I believe this is talking about them coming out to him. I'm right with you, Coffee. Yeah.
Lady County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, you have to be careful of the Yamaha, because what he'll do is he'll come and he'll light poop bags on fire on your deck, and you can't allow him to do that, because whenever he does that, you have to light his butt up with some rock salt. I never do a tug raid because I'm already watching the channel. Well, thank you, Stephen. I love it. I love it. You're younger than Jeremy. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, he's like 20, isn't he? So that would make you 19. Jeez, young blood.
Yes, this is Marla Hughes from Bronson. Okay, this is about the Hales crap. They're trying to Baker Act Michelle Preston, and that is totally inaccurate. She's perfectly mentally healthy.
Are you?
And the deputy is already out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you could give him that message. I just talked to her like 20 minutes ago, and she's perfectly mentally fine.
Can you hold on 1 second for me, please?
Sure.
They're trying to Baker Act her, but she's perfectly, absolutely, acceptably fine. I'm so glad you're standing strong against the fool. We love and support you 100%. Well, thank you, Linda. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your support. It's been a crazy past couple of weeks. Here, crazy. Like I said, I would have been happy to back away from this. And if it would have ended there, but clearly it doesn't. Thank you so much, Linda Allen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. You're a truly appreciated. LLP have said and Marla are now friends. Yeah, we've seen that also. Yeah, Tug showed that supposedly they haven't been friends for quite a bit. Jeremy Hales said he was going to never said he was going to Baker Act her. Yeah. See, these are like the little things that I never pay any attention to. And like I've said before, these are not things that I was really concerned with. I mean, all of this information has come out in the past couple of weeks, and I was happy to cover the court cases of it, watch the court filings, and, you know, comment on those, make satire about those, fun letters for everyone to enjoy. And I guess that wasn't enough to have me do that. Susan, she's already half baked. Well, it could be. I wonder if this is from the text she sent to a family member talking about. Well, I hope not. I hope nobody ever does that. What is that? Like, I bargained up the wrong tree with Shara. She has Jeremy's full support against that SOB, especially after the shenanigans he's pulled. Yeah.
Well, that looks like fun.
10 more. 10 more.
What?
So crazy. Some of the wildest stuff that I've seen. And I hadn't watched this in full. So now that I have, it really brings to light a lot of his shenanigans.
Marla Hughes.
Hughes.
Hugades.
And a good phone number for you?
I never can remember my own phone number.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
You said Michelle.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, that was part of her goal in the first place was to homeschool. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with homeschooling. Marla Hughes adoptions are overturned and you know it. Less than 1%, says Marla Hughes. With fraud, it will happen easily. I don't know who this is. And then Marla says, except there was a fine with the adoption. And somehow, I think it says Bala was there and was fine with the adoption. Okay.
Question?
I'm sorry?
You said...
Yes, it's regarding Michelle Preston.
Okay.
She was just talking to us in the group, just...
Oh, wait. She was just talking with us in the group? Rose Lady says, I sent her this link and told her she should watch it. Well, thank you. Thank you. Marla Hughes. Here's proof she's a pathological liar. Everything she told Shara was a lie. We've all seen the truth. Yes. And I don't know who abused 911 more on the street than Marla Hughes and Lacey. Yeah. No IDP or school guidance for special needs child. I don't know. See, I'm not a school professional. Homeschool helps in covering up abuses. There's no teachers to see it. It could. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea who was there. It says somebody, it looks like it says Bala was there. That's all I know. Bala.
We were in conversations today already, and she's fine. What they did is they took probably what looks like an old text message of when she was having a lot of family problems and stuff, and they're using that to try and Baker Act her.
Huh? That makes no sense. I'm confused at this. When Deuce was looking at everyone's YouTube channels, looking for lawsuit material harder than a TMZ intern. His observations become fragile piñata in a lawsuit party. Thank you, Willie J. That's pretty funny. Also, state money taxes allowed for homeschooling. You will see such things as cases attorneys refusing to show in court for sanctions, $56K for donations, accusations of child BDS, hiring hitmen, corrupt court officers, etc. Now, Yep. That is very true. Her grandkids were taken from the school involvement. Mm, yeah.
And it's the way that Jeremy.
Money for such things includes utilities and housing needs, but it's not much. Besides, people are refusing to understand that the adoption was arranged before HG was born. She might well have been born with a lot worse wrong mentally and or physically. Drugs were in the mother's system at birth. Marla Hughes, they both get their own handout from the state. Is it true they're both already on disability before they adopted the child? And she says, I see no one answered that question, and that's one of the first an adoption court would ask.
Jeremy Hales has treated her and went after her, I would be crazy now myself. I mean, she's under a lot of mental pressure, but she's holding up very well.
Don't badmouth homeschooling if you really don't know anything about it. I'm not. I haven't. Whether Lynette knows what she's doing doesn't mean homeschooling is bad. Exactly. This came from John's sister. She called them because she was so worried about what LP was messaging. Well, and I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Shara already knew that she had Jeremy's full protection. Shara had Jeremy's full protection. No, that could be in a few. Hey, Shissy, throw in a few funny kitty videos. Keep things light for the old people in the chat. Well, we don't have any old people in the chat. What are you talking about? Did Just Jay do a recap tonight? I don't know. I literally, I joke not. I'm abnormal, Abby normal. I'm okay with that, but at least I'm not crazy as some old people are. The anti-eco system. Yeah. This might make my Chinese dramas seem mild. I like that. In this case, it is bad. That's why I was recommending TLD. It's open on the net. Well, yeah. I mean, I'll have to do one at some point in time. That's going to be insane. I do have something light for you guys, so you can relax. I will have something very light for you, but you have to bear with me for just a little while longer.
Did you want contact from the deputy?
I'm sorry?
Do you want contact from the deputy?
If he needs me to verify that she was healthy like half an hour ago mentally, then yeah, he can contact me. Otherwise, it's not necessary.
You need to renew your education. The adoption was finalized and grandmother was fine with it at the time. So is DCF. DCF is still fine with it, which it might be. I don't know the intricacies of this.
All right, well, I put that in there, okay? Thank you so much for calling in.
They're trying to get Harley taken away and put in foster care. And it's constantly just hammering her, constantly.
Okay.
And
well,
that's just,
they're out there
this
with
is
her
just
now,
part
so
of
they'll
it.
get all the information and everything they need to get from her.
Yeah.
Since they're there with
Yeah.
her.
All right. You might be getting a few more calls verifying that they've spoken to her.
Okay.
All right. All right. Bye.
Jeez. All right. There's some music in here, and I don't want to take over her music, but definitely go check out Shara Michelle and Shara Wolf and look at her stuff. The link is pinned up in the chat to this particular video right here, so you can watch it all for yourself. Now it says, Marla Hughes, oh, my feathers. What a night school. Did you get your law degree or reference to find out if adoptions have been turned over? Again, the birth mother wrote that she was being forced to sign the paperwork. I can cash app you the money for a new shovel until you get donations on your GoFundMe account. She says, show me where somebody said she was forced to sign the paperwork by DCF. Her grandmother, do you know she had drugs in her system at HG's birth? Well, also, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the mother living with Lynette at some point in time? I mean, I don't know all the intricacies of these people's deals of what's going on with them. And more from Bruce. Shara, as you can see, Bruce, right here, July 5th, see you in court. Shara responds, Mr. Bruce, I replied to your threatening email. I don't have a penny. In fact, I have debt due to helping your client. Speaking of legacies, you're intimidating me with my journalistic story and threatening me with my child's home and peace because I am protecting a child. The records and testimony from your clients and frightening activity of your team ongoing prove Jeremy Hale's concerns are true. I never expected to be given any of this evidence, and I feel manipulated by you as I watched you manipulate others for your YouTube fame you told me you came for. I believed your client, and now you are threatening your poly-op to cover it up. This is a great public concern. As you know, the records over time have proven your client misled and lied to me. Children come first. I told you my concerns, and you instructed me aggressively to place it all aside. I told you the child was being threatened and drugged and more, and you will hear what she did to the pregnant mother to get a power of attorney. God works in mysterious ways. The angels want it all on the record to protect this child. I ask you, please stop emailing me. Please stop texting my cell phone. Stop contacting me. Stop intimidating and harassing me. I will not respond to you again. I'm in agreement with you, Shara. That is all that it is. It's intimidation. 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 More music, and let's see if there's anything more on that particular one. I think there's more. Let me see. And she has such a beautiful voice. Go check that out. And I'm seeing if there's, and that's all that there is on this. But this is exactly the proof that shows is intimidation tactics. But now what we're going to do is we're going to give you a little bit of lightheartedness. Are you guys ready for some lighthearted humor? Okay. I'm going to show it. Lighthearted humor. I hope you guys are prepared. Don't laugh too hard.
If you're like me, you find it very hard to keep your dick dry. I left my dick unprotected and it was warped out of shape in no time. I could barely recognise my own dick. Imagine that. Then I discovered Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sealant. The best way to take care of your dick in 3 easy steps. First, wash your dick with soap and water. Then, wait for your dick to dry. Once your dick is clean and dry, paint your dick with Schaefer's dick sealant. I used to be too embarrassed to invite people over to see my dick. But now, my dick's the talk of the town. I even have pictures of my dick. Check out that dick. I'm going to send this to my secretary. Barbara always loves to receive my dick pics. After all, summertime is all about spending time on your dick. I'll often have 20 to 30 people on my dick at once. That can really wear your dick out, causing dick splinters and discoloration. But with Schaefer's dick sealant, my dick stays a nice golden brown colour. Who wouldn't want a golden dick? I used to never let children anywhere near my dick. My dick was too dangerous for kids to play on. But it seems like every kid in the neighbourhood's been on my dick this summer, and they've all had a good time. My dick's over 70 years old, but it looks brand new. That's part of the reason all my neighbours are jealous of my dick. Wasn't that right, Jim?
Yes, you've got a nice dick, okay?
His wife is always on my dick, begging me to know the secret of my perfect dick. If you like Schaefer's dick sealant, check out Schaefer's New Zealand style cock. I had a huge hole in my dick, but I fixed it by jamming some cock in it. You'd be surprised how many things you can fix by jamming cock into them. Have an extra large hole in your dick? Try Schaefer's African style cock. Just go to your local home improvement store and ask for the big black cock. Schaefer's New Zealand style dick sealant. Don't put it on your penis. There's also a helpful number on the back. Hi, I've got a question about my dick. Schaefer's New Zealand style... Hey, get that squirrel off my dick. He knows he's not allowed to come on my dick. Right around the time I turned 40, my dick became soft and spongy, and I never used it anymore. My wife wouldn't even sit on my dick, and the neighbourhood kids would all point and laugh. But that was before I discovered Schaefer's New Zealand style dick hardener, the makers of Schaefer's dick sealant. It keeps your dick nice and hard all year round in 3 simple steps. First, grab a neighbour to help you, because making your dick as hard as a rock can be a 2-man job. Then, rub the dick hardener into your dick, hard and fast. And when you get tired, take a break and watch your neighbour rub your dick. It's fun to watch someone else rub your dick. And finally, simply wait for your dick to get hard while you think about all the fun times you'll have this year on your rock-hard dick. I've rubbed my dick raw with other inferior products, but that won't happen with Schaefer's dick hardener. Because Schaefer's is committed to your dick. And the people at headquarters do nothing but think about dicks all day long. In fact, Schaefer's now has an entire new line of products specifically formulated just for your dick. There's Schaefer's Dick Paint, for when you want to play around with having a different coloured dick. And if you want to get rid of your dick entirely and start from scratch, try Schaefer's Dick Remover. The unique acid formula will melt away your dick in no time. And if you don't think it'll work, ask me mum. She used to have a dick. Then she got rid of it when she met Dad. To be honest, I think Dad loved her more when she had a dick. It was enormous. Trust me, I've seen the photos.
You're welcome.
But most importantly, be on the lookout for the world's first dick vacuum, Schaefer's New Zealand-style dick sucker. Because why should you pay two guys you don't know to show up in a van and suck your dick for you? Now you can suck your own dick. All you want. Hey, why not make yourself some extra money and suck everyone in the neighbourhood's dick while you're at it? So join us on social media and tweet us a picture of your dick using the hashtag #ShowUsYourDick. Oh look, we've already got some.
Show us your dick,
Exactly.
big and small. Here at Schaefer's we can take them all. A dick in the front, a dick in the rear. We've serviced dicks our entire career. Schaefer's, it's good for your wood.
Schaefer's
seen
New
this
Zealand-style
before.
dick hardener. It's like Viagra
Stop
for your
it.
dick.
One more.
I've shown my dick to people I work with hundreds of times, and they love it. Not just because I'm the boss. Hi, I'm Marty Schaefer, president of Schaefer's New Zealand-style products, such as Dick Sealant, Dick Hardener, Dick Remover, and my personal favourite, the Dick Sucker. Until recently, we used to refer to those all-important office presentations as PowerPoints. But in today's office, dicks are on the tip of everyone's tongue. And that's why our latest product focuses on the many dicks you're exposed to at work. Schaefer's New Zealand-style dick presentations. Guys, let's show them all the different dicks they can buy from us. Running a company can be challenging, and that's why I communicate to my clients and employees in the clearest way a man can in the corporate environment, with my dick. Oh, sorry. Careful me, Barbara. Yeah. Even though we have all sorts of dicks, fast-paced dicks, flashy dicks, interactive dicks, inspirational dicks, persuasive dicks, and dicks just for the holidays, you can't just rock up to a meeting and whoop your dick out. Before I show my dick to anyone, I put it on the biggest screen I can find and then spend up to 2 hours poring over every detail of my enormous dick. It's the longest one at this office. Everyone's eyes widen when they first see it, but once they get their hands on the hard copy, they get the feel of my dick, and I like watching them do it. If your dick is boring, people can easily doze off because they've seen a dick like yours before. But with Schaefer's New Zealand-style dick presentations, you'll virtually slap them with your dick. Jim, wake up! What was I talking about?
Your dick?
Good, Jim. It's a good sign if Jim is following along. He's seen so many
email,
dicks. I'm convinced all he dreams of are dicks.
No more dicks. Get it out of my face. I've had enough.
Poor little guy. I've got to go now. I've done such a fantastic job presenting my dick around the office that I've got a meeting with the head of human resources. Hope it's a promotion. Kidding, I'm the president. I can do whatever I want. You wanted to see me, Kathy? Schaefer's New Zealand-style dick presentations. Try our dicks. They're easy because they're not hard.
All right, one last one. Here we go. This is for you guys right here. The final one.
Hi guys, it's Gerald Porschman here. You know, in 1861, the Dickens Beverage Company has been producing some of the best wines we have grown to love, including Chardonnays and sparkling wines. Hey, Frederick von Dickens has now introduced a brand new cider that's been around for years, but is gradually making an impact on the global market. And it started right here on the Gold Coast. Dickens is slowly winning the taste buds of millions of cider drinkers from right around the world. And after sampling just one glass, I was hooked. I knew the ciders have been around for a while, but I just couldn't wait for my girlfriend to try a Dickens cider. When she arrived home from work, I told her to close her eyes, and before she knew it, I surprised her with a Dickens cider. I'm sure that there are many men out there who know of a woman that may be suffering from a debilitating migraine that could really benefit from a Dickens cider. So I'm urging all men to turn to their womenfolk and ask, when was the last time they had a Dickens cider?
I can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders. My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without a Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mum loves a Dickens cider.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with a Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.
Although the video takes a couple of minutes to watch, it took over 4 hours of video. The talent were brilliant, just couldn't keep a straight face.
I knew that the ciders have been around for a while.
The bloopers.
And I couldn't wait for my girlfriend to try a Dickens cider. So when she arrived home from work, I told her to close her eyes, and before she knew it, I surprised her with a Dickens cider that could really benefit from a Dickens cider. I'm urging all men to turn to their womenfolk and ask them, when was the last time they had a Dickens cider? I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this, seriously. So there you have it. For over 150 years, my hero, Frederick von Dickens, has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider. Too funny. Too funny.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, that was a comedy skit, but there's also another one that I've got to share with you. It's this one right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There we go.
You must be Jack. How do you do, Mr. Britton? No. Call me Pete. Come on in. Honey, Jack's here.
I'll be down in a sec.
She'll be down in a sec. So Jack, the infamous Jack, we finally meet. How awesome is that?
Pretty great.
Right. So, do you want a Dickens cider?
What?
I said, how about a Dickens cider? Jack, it's no big deal. Yeah, like you've never had a Dickens cider before. Honey, apparently Jack here has never had a Dickens cider. You remember your first, don't you, sweetie?
Yeah, it's good.
So good. Let's give him one.
Okay, but can we make it quick?
Absolutely. Lucky boy, Jack. You're gonna get your first one tonight.
Oh my gosh.
All right! Yeah. You can't blame a guy for getting excited about a Dickens cider.
Oh my gosh, everybody, I want you to go check out some Traveling Fools tonight. Go show them a little bit of love, and just be kind. He usually does trivias tonight, so show him some love. Sent you a Heine Wine commercial. Yes, I've seen those. I'll have to vet those before I show anything. These I know that are safe for YouTube and they're acceptable. So everybody, like I said, go check out some trivia with Traveling Fools. It's some good times and some great oldies. you need a Dick Insider also. Well, if you need a Dick Insider, you know. They can help the economy. What do you call two friends who eat together? What do you call two friends who eat together? Friends that eat together? I hope you had a nice laugh. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be lighthearted. And again, you know that the videos are back up, and enjoy. Remember, it is satire, humor, comedy. And if you can't handle satire, humor, and comedy, then don't watch the videos. It's really simple. Enjoy. And also, remember, be nice to one another. And we will see you again probably tomorrow morning. I should have a stream in the morning, everybody. It'll be probably be going over some more of the lower owned stuff. So I will see you guys in the morning. Peace, y'all. Have a good night.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread, I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow. John will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.